Just fidgeting around here, gang, getting some last minute. I had to turn the music off so that I could load this video in because it was can't seem to do two things at once on Restream. I don't know, man. I might have to look into getting another platform. I don't know. Any suggestions? Let me know. I know I don't usually do back to backs, but I figure, we got to start somewhere. And the shit hit the fan today on Twitter. And I thought it would be. Let me just stop this and start it over. I thought it would be appropriate for me to dive into a little bit of that because hopefully I didn't manifest that, but I was thinking about doing Love Island content. You guys know that. And wow, what an opening, huh? I hate to okay, I think it's preparing. I hate to do that on the back of someone's adversity, but hey, if there's a void there and Love Island isn't being covered as diligently as it were, that might be an opening. You think? Sometimes, I like to consider myself a bit of an opportunist, but in a good way. I certainly didn't stage what happened to him, and he is in my prayers. He being Murad, of course. Um, that's just absolutely bizarre and nuts. And I did not plan on doing a live stream today, but with the allegations that came out and seeing as how it was all over the place, I mean, name of the channel is J&J Video Reacts, right? So what kind of reactor would I be if I didn't react to shit? And this is worth reacting to. Now, the weird thing is, I don't even know if let's see here. Okay. The weird thing is I just started watching this guy a couple days ago. Um That's so strange. I mean, the way that the universe realigns itself to do that. I mean, obviously the universe did not, but then again, I don't know. Rearrange this man's life just to suit me. But that's awfully strange because I went on looking at some of the love. Oh God, I'm gonna have to go turn my air conditioner back on. I just turned the shit off. God damn. I'm trying to save on the electric bill. I'm trying, but it's humid. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take myself off camera and I'm gonna dip out just for 2 seconds and put my AC on. I'll be right back. Gotta do it. All right. Better that than me dripping all over the camera. Okay. Let's see. Is it okay? The video I have of his apology is loading. Because I went on ahead and screen recorded it and I'm loading it into Restream as we speak. For those of you who are unfamiliar, let's see here. All right, there's my background. Let's get with the overlay. Okay, that is Murad Merali, or Murad Merali, however you say it. And he's a YouTuber. And okay, so there's some residual. The AC is just going to kick in and take care of all of this, but there is some residual left over from, just a few minutes of me sitting here in the heat. But yeah, still loading. It's like a 7-minute video. So here's what happened. Apparently, this guy has either a foot fetish or, well, okay, he's a YouTuber that covers Love Island content. And I went looking for Love Island content to help me edit some videos. And he seems to be the only person covering it consistently. And those of you who have been in my chat know that I've been talking about covering Love Island because I'm a Love Island fan. I've been watching it since season 1. I didn't binge it. I actually watched season one, two, and three of Love Island like real time, and I love the show. So when Nikki Starr said that it was back on, I said, "Oh, cool." You know, uh-huh. Excuse me. um, I was like, "Cool, Love Island's back on season four," and hey, so I went and I binged the first. What was that about? Five episodes it was in on. I had to go get Peacock because I didn't have Peacock. I had Hulu, and Hulu has a teaser because they have the first episode, but that's it. And I was wondering what the heck was going on, and it kept saying Peacock, Peacock, Peacock. So I'm like, okay, what the hell's Peacock? So NBC has their streaming now, and it's called Peacock. So if you don't have it, hey, grab it, pick it up. It looks pretty good. They're not paying me. Maybe they should. They're not sponsoring me. Rather, maybe they should. Maybe I should get some sponsors. I don't know. I'm a good talker. But anyway, yeah. So I picked up Peacock and I started looking at it, and apparently there were about 5 or 6 episodes in. I'm like, okay, so I binged it, and it is really good. Actually, I may actually turn this into a Love Island live stream. I don't like being unprepared, but this was impromptu, it's last minute. So I don't have any pictures or clips or anything prepared other than this one on Murad. But uh apparently this guy has a very vicious past, or at least he allegedly, or he claims he has this vicious past that has caused him to allegedly, um, because no one actually sees his face. You can hear someone who sounds like him, but you can't actually see his face. All you see are his feet. And apparently he's smacking um, black men around. He's smacking Asian men. He's got a white guy in there. I saw where he was, you know, and apparently here's the thing. He was on YouTube not that long ago talking about Taz from Love Island and talking about some allegations of racist posts and things like that. And we all know in these YouTube streets that a lot of these reality TV stars end up losing their jobs for racist slurs on social media. Well, he called this guy out. Well, come to find out, he had a Twitter page called Arab Master Boy, where he was basically abusing men with his feet and calling them racial slurs, the N word. Uh, the Chinese guy, he was calling them a. It rhymes with sink. You know what that is. Um, and he was yelling racial slurs and calling them gay, homophobic stereotype names that begin with F. You know, so and just being really raunchy and racist and obviously sexual in nature. He's smacking them around, and it was for people who have foot fetishes, and he has a lot of followers on his Twitter account who are into foot fetishes apparently. But this guy on these allegations has really just completely exposed everything in his past, he said, that led him to make these kinds of videos and act in this way, you know. So everybody's like, I'm never watching him again. Now, here's the thing. The thing about Murad is he is an so-called advocate for people of color. A lot of times on Love Island, people of color are not shown in, like the same light as their Caucasian counterparts or European counterparts or whatever have you. They don't always get the best following. They're not always the fan favorites. And he's always in their corner pushing them. You know what I mean? And having them on his platform. He's even done interviews with some Love Island cast members. I mean, this guy's big in the Love Island space, you know. He's done like live streams where he's done events for, finales and things like that. And like I said, he's interviewed cast members, so he's huge in the space for Love Island. And to have this rain down on him today, um it rocked the world, it rocked Twitter, let me see if this is on there. Okay, yeah, it's on there. Hmm. Alrighty. I don't see it here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to put on a little commercial and I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna try to get this video loaded in of his apology for all that has happened within the past 24 hours. Hey, did you know that you could single-handedly help this channel grow by clicking the like button down here on the left? And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe here on the right. Share the video with friends and family, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get notified when we do new videos or live streams. Thanks! Okay, yep, it's here. Okay, that worked. That worked. And now that we've done that, I'm almost, I don't have anybody witnessing me fumbling through stuff here. Okay, so, um, and we'll just use it as practice because I want to start doing these more often. But that is Murad on the screen right there. That's what he looks like. He seems to be a genuine enough guy, or he seemed to have been. And I started watching him a couple of days ago. That's the only reason I knew who he was. And I'm like, wait a minute, is that the guy that I've been looking at do this Love Island content? And yeah, apparently yeah, go look on Twitter. I could not, the original videos of him slapping people with his feet have been taken down, obviously. Um, but there are a couple of YouTubers that have snippets of different sections of it. It's pretty freaky. And but this guy you wouldn't think was into that. I mean, you don't know who's into what, and quite frankly, who cares? I don't need to know who's doing what in their bedroom because what I do is nobody's business. So, but the response to it from him, he's trying to tug at the heartstrings. I get it, but you know, and if anybody's out there listening, come on in. If you guys aren't doing anything, you know who you are. All my regulars. Um, Vegan Knowledge, Buddha, Wendy, A Grant. If you guys are out there, feel free to come on in. Ronnie Connor, Renee Revelinsky. Feel free to come on in if you guys are out there. But this guy made an apology. I hope nothing happens to him like we find that he's hung himself or something like that. Because when you see this video, it seems like that's where he's going with it. Let me just go ahead and play it. If I can, okay, there we go.
To put this in there because there's a lot of heavy content in this video. I don't know how I'm going to begin this video, but everything needs to be addressed with immediate effect. First and foremost, the written content is not me. The severe derogatory comments are not written by me, and I will stand by that. This is not who I am. Some of this content is also not me, and I can profusely apologize and take full accountability for how this has come across and how everybody has felt from this content. Some of this content is me, not now, not recently, in the last 5 years, 6 years, not any moment now. I don't know how I'm going to do this video. I don't know how I'm going to say all of this, but I'm just going to speak from the heart and just speak on the camera and just talk. These screenshots associated with these pictures, these vile racist verbiage that has been used, is not written by me. This is not done by me in any capacity, and this needs to be made abundantly clear with full force immediately. All of this needs to be addressed. I did not write this stuff. People make their own captions. They mix it with their own pictures for their own satisfaction, their own desires, with their own fantasies, their own ideations, whatever they have, and they put it together for their own mental satisfaction, for whatever desire that they have as a person. Nobody actually knows about me because this channel is not about me. It's about reviewing content. That is what it's about. And in order to really actually discuss this properly and coherently for everybody, because that is what everybody deserves, a proper explanation and timeline of everything. And that is what I'm going to do now. Some of this information that I'm going to reveal, I did not want to reveal. But I've had no choice now but to reveal this, because I need to reveal it, and it needs to come from my heart to everybody. When I was 14 years old, I was severely raped. Countless times. I was just a kid, man. I was severely raped. I had genitals shoved in my anus. I had feet shoved in my mouth. And I can never get it out of my head. And it fucked me up. Relentlessly. Every other night. I couldn't escape it. It happened all the fucking time. I couldn't escape it. But no one knew. No one knew. Nobody knew. And I said to myself, I want to do whatever the fuck I need to do to get out of this place, or it's going to happen again to me. So I did just that. I developed these fetishes, this foot fetish. I developed it through what happened to me. And I needed to make money. That was my only goal, to make money, to make money, to make money. It was all about money, 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 money. Because money is what I needed to get out of a place that I was being brutally fucking raped in. This is the truth. This is who I am. This is who Murad Merali is. And I'm saying it to you now, and I'm going to be transparent about every fucking little thing, because this is who I am. This is why everyone says to me, Murad, why are you so daily inconsistent? I'm not daily inconsistent because I'm putting videos out. I'm daily inconsistent because I know I need to make fucking money. If I don't make that money, I'm going back to a place where I was fucking raped every single other day. Tearing me inside. Literally. Why is somebody doing this? Why does somebody act like this? This behavior that is being witnessed currently is not normal behavior. We can all agree. It comes from somewhere. Why has Murad gone into clinical psychology, cognitive neuroscience, psychology, to find out why the fuck I was a freak? That stupid degree to fucking help me find out why I'm such a freak, to get it out of my mind, and it never fucking worked. So that is where this all came from. Why are you doing this? Why are you behaving this way? Why are you doing these fetishes? Why are you acting in this way? Why are you doing this? Because this is what happened to me, and this is what developed. And so I did it. To get out. I had to get out. I had to do anything to get out. I would be a fucking prostitute if I could, I would have. 110%. But I didn't. But if I could, I would have. To make any kind of money to get the fuck out. Because it was either that or I'm gonna die. And then the same thing happened again. Yet again in the mosque. I know this is a lot of information, but I need to be fucking transparent. And there needs to be transparency from me. That is what everybody deserves. And I can't get it out of my head. I can't get that out of my head. I was a kid, man. Why the fuck are you touching me like that? Why are you touching me like that? And it never fucking stopped. I was just a kid, man. I was just a kid, man. Inshallah, I'm praying to Allah that my life is taken. Okay? I pray tonight I'm gone. I genuinely pray from my heart of hearts that my life is taken. Because I can't do this anymore. I know, nobody even knows this fucking shit. It's all daily and consistent, pretty shit. I tried anything. I tried everything. Everything in my power. Everything in my power to get out. It needed to be addressed immediately, and I needed to inform of all the fuckery I went through, because that is a huge point of what happened. I appreciate everybody who's watched this very serious video, because the content is very heavy. And just to reiterate, these specific racist captions were not written by me. I did not sit there and do that.
Yeah. So that was Murad. Just to kind of give you a little bit of that's his YouTube channel. As you can see, I am not subscribed. When I looked at this thing a couple of days ago, he had over 300,000 subscribers. And I'm talking just maybe a day or two ago, because I was watching some of his Love Island content. You know, I wanted to see how he was presenting it. And just in the past 24 hours, I would say he's lost what? Probably about 15,000 subscribers already. Because that was over 300,000. So he's huge. You know, he's huge. He's huge in the YouTube space and the Love Island community. So, you know, YouTube is, you know, I mean, when you build a following on here, you have a responsibility, you know, to dot your I's and cross your T's. Make sure your nose is clean, you know. And I thank God every day that I don't have creepy shit like this in my past that somebody can dig up and use, because people look for shit. You know, they really do. They look for stuff. When they see people have a certain level of success, and I mean, you know, even though I'm Cancer the Crab, you know, we got to get out of this crab mentality. You know what crabs do to each other? They hop up and pull each other down. If they see a crab escaping, they'll latch on and pull him back down, you know? And human beings have to stop doing that. You know, I'm not preaching and getting on a soapbox, but We have to stop doing that to each other. I'm not condoning what he did because I have seen some of the videos. Look, if the man is into some freaky feet shit, he's into some freaky feet shit. Who's not? There's a lot of fetishes out there, guys. There's all kinds of porn sites. He didn't invent the stuff, you know? And that's not excusing his racist comments by any means, or his actions if he was derogatory or if he hurt anybody, against their will. Because from what I saw, a couple of people looked like they were enjoying what he was doing to them. So, it was apparently consensual. So I'm not going to beat a guy down for hell, look, Stephanie farts in a fucking jar and people buy that shit. People are buying pictures of other people's feet. It's a thing. Okay? This is the world we live in, guys. It's the world we live in. So, he who is without sin, you know what I mean? I'm not throwing stones at this guy because I don't know what he's been through. I don't know if that story is true that he told, or he just did that to try to take some of the heaviness off of what he did or was accused of doing or made to look like for what he did, because apparently he didn't break any laws. But yeah, if he's coming down being a hypocrite, pushing and backing people of color on his platform, and then behind the scenes when the doors are closed, he's literally kicking them in the face and calling them the N-word. What's done in the dark comes to the light. What's done in the dark comes to the light. So, he is going to get his just due for the hypocrisy that he's put out there. But I'm not throwing any stones out there because, hey, I'm not perfect. I don't do no shit like that, but I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? So I smoke a joint here and there. Who is perfect? He is without sin. Cast that stone. Nadia Harrison, shout out to you. Yes, he does. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't know if you want to, but if you want to discuss it together, I will be more than happy to put the link in the chat, because I think this one should be an open forum if there are people who are listening and want to come and voice their opinion about what's happened, because this is some pretty serious pretty serious stuff here, you know what I mean? Okay, there's the link. And you don't have to come up, but I just put it there in case we get some people in the stream before I go off here that want to come on and talk about it. But it is it's some pretty crazy stuff. That Murad is accused of, but then to make the video talking about how he was raped, okay, when he was a child. And I'm not saying it's not true, but even if it were, to your point, Nadia, get some help. You don't take it out on other people. You don't do to them what was done to you. Two wrongs don't make a right, if that's what happened, And even he admits it turned him into a freak. It turned him into somebody that he's not proud of. And like he said, he didn't talk about it because that's not what his channel's about. And quite frankly, I don't know who exposed it. And I don't know why they exposed it, but maybe apparently he hurt one of their relatives, or he hurt them, or, he did something else that caused them to lash out and expose this, because you just got to be careful, especially in these YouTube streets. You have got to be careful how you represent yourself, how you represent your channel, what you say when you go on other people's channel. It's funny. I had a song that I wrote back in the day called One Race, One Mankind. And I wrote it because I legit saw that on a bumper sticker and it moved me. I thought, wow, that's pretty deep and so true. One race, one mankind. Prince used to always talk about the fact that we were taught race, okay? Because at the end of the day, and I just take you back 2 years ago, there was a thing that hit the world called COVID, and it didn't give a shit whether you were black, white, Chinese, green, blue, brown, whatever. If you were susceptible, you caught it. If you were a human being, you caught it. And it didn't matter how much money you had in your pocket. It didn't matter if you were poor. Didn't matter if you were sick, if you were well. COVID was out there and it was killing people. It didn't matter. And that should give certain people a clue into something. All this racist stuff that's going on, the only race there is the human race. People, talk to me because I am in it is a gay interracial relationship. I'm the minority of I'm in the biggest of minority groups there is, almost. You know what I mean? I'm black, I'm a female, I'm gay, and I'm in an interracial relationship. It is what it is. My mother told me my middle name was Controversy. But it's because I see people. You know what I mean? I see people. I look at somebody and I don't see the color of their skin. I've gone to predominantly white schools a lot of my life. So I don't really have a problem getting along with anybody. And then as I got into adulthood, we went through some financial issues, and I ended up living in an area that was predominantly black. You know what I mean? That was not low income, but it definitely wasn't the suburbs. Let's put it that way. For a while, and it's only separated and segregated in different worlds because that's what we allow. That's what we allow, and that's what like systemic racism was. That came out of everybody's mouth a few years ago, every 5 minutes. And, keeping others down, keeping others to a portion of the neighborhood or a portion of the town, and not allowing them to buy homes in other areas. What is that about? One race, one mankind. And this guy right here, he claims that he did that for the fetishes and things like that. He's not a racist, and he didn't make those comments. People come on and do things on your Twitter account. Yeah, it's possible. I'm an editor. I could have very easily taken his picture and put my own caption and put it under there and put it out there. It's very easy to do. But if you listen to some of the videos, or if you see some of them, it really does sound like that's his voice that's saying these things, So you can't wear two faces. You can't wear two faces. And if, bringing out the rape allegations are supposed to make people feel sorry, then I don't know. It made me think, wow, look what people go through. You never know somebody's struggles. You never know somebody's struggles. All we know is the guy that talks about Love Island. But on the back end, look at all that was going on. In his history, look at what he supposedly went through. Because, yeah, that could have very well been cooked up for sympathy so that people didn't look at him in a certain light, or looked at, oh, that's why. I don't know if it was supposed to excuse what he did, but then for him to ask Allah to take him away from here, I'm like, come on, dude. You know, I mean, what is that? You know, there are worse things than death, people. Living in fear, for one. And I know a lot about that because I am a cancer survivor. So, years ago, 20 years, still going, baby. But see, this is one of the reasons why, and I told Miss Karen Everett about this yesterday. This is one of the reasons why I'm so bought into the law of attraction and the movement that she and Thomas are starting called Belief System Reality. When I was like 16 years old, my aunt had colon cancer, right? And it scared the shit out of me, okay? I thought, wow, I never want that to happen to me. And I never really focused on it, or so I didn't think I was focusing on it. Until one day I couldn't, I started losing a lot of weight. And I didn't want to think about it, but people thought I was doing drugs and all kinds of stuff at the place I worked at because I was losing weight. And I thought, no, nah, nah, no, it's not. But in the back of my mind, it was always a fear. It was always there in the back of my mind. I hope that never happens to me. So if you've ever seen the documentary The Secret, what was I doing? What you focus on expands. I was focusing on not getting cancer. Well, if you're focusing on not getting cancer or getting cancer or anything about cancer, then what are you focusing on? Cancer. So you bring into your existence what you focus on. I completely understood what they meant by that, where the guy's rushing and he doesn't want to be late. Oh God, I don't want to be late. I'm running late. That's all you're focused on is being late. So what happens? You're late. Things get in your way because you're focused on being late. That's the vibration you have put yourself in. But you can break free of those vibrations, okay? I remember when I finally went to the hospital because I couldn't even go to the bathroom. I didn't know what was going on. And finally, I just, I was having excruciating stomach pains. I couldn't go to the bathroom. So finally I had to go to the hospital and they couldn't figure out what it was. They did all kinds of tests, colonoscopies, all kinds of things, and couldn't find out what was going on. And I told the doctor, it's probably colon cancer. And he says, you're too young. Nah, it's not it. But we're going to go ahead and take you in the operating room and get in there and figure out what's going on. I tell you what, I remember them giving me anesthesia and me counting backwards from 100. I think I got to like 98 and I'm like, wow, is this stuff legal? And the last thing I heard was them giggling and I was out. I'll never forget that. And I woke up, and when the doctor came to visit me in my room after the operation was done, he said, okay, it was a success. And yeah, I hate to tell you this, but you were right. It's exactly what it was. But the weird thing is, it didn't scare me. Not then, because I knew that I was fixed. at that moment. But I'll tell you something. Ever since I got into the secret and manifesting my life on purpose, I have not been to a hospital to have any type of follow-up treatment for it. And there's a reason for that. And I just told you, because I don't focus on it. 20 years later, I don't focus on it. You hear all these stories of people having recurring issues of cancer. Okay, now I got this, now I got that, now I got that. Yeah, because you're in the system. And you're thinking about it, and they're running around in your head and prescribing and cutting and talking about this treatment and that treatment. And all you're focused on is that illness. You know, people don't give the human mind enough credit when it comes to the healing process. Your body was built to heal itself. When the mind is healed and is working properly and the body works with it, because a healthy mind creates a healthy body, and a healthy body keeps a mind healthy. Okay? And together, that gives your spirit the uplift that it needs vibrationally. But they all have to work on one accord. You can't be a positive thinker, or you can't be a realistic power of now thinker, shout out to Eckhart Tolle, and not eat right. Okay, the mind can't fix stupidity in the body. Okay, so but if you're thinking that you're sick or you're going to be sick, half the commercials are on TV are talking about some kind of medicine to cure this, and then but you have to deal with these side effects. How about eat some damn spinach and kale? Go on a plant-based diet. Drink a ton of this. Because this heals way more than you know. If you can get yourself up to a gallon of water a day, watch how your health changes and watch your weight come off and stay off. But shout out to Vegan Knowledge JJ. She has a vegan channel, and I'll put the link in the description of this video. And she helped me to do it. You know what I mean? To go vegan and take meat and dairy out of my life. So this wasn't supposed to be this type of video. I ended up going off into a tangent, but you know, stuff like this, when he made that video, it leads you down all kinds of paths, you know, and manifestation is a real thing. And so is karma. And when you're doing things, it's good, especially when you're doing bad stuff, it's going to come to light. Just like the good stuff you do. So that's all I basically wanted to say. I'm going to keep this guy in my prayers. Hopefully he doesn't take his own life, or nobody else takes his life. You know, I think that was a crazy request. You know, deal with it, bruh. Deal with it. You know, you've been dealing with it this long. Get some help. Just like Nadia just said in the chat. Get some help. You can be helped. You know, I love you. You're a human being. Shit happens. People do things. You fuck up. But the thing is, you got to move on. You got to move forward. You got to make it right within yourself. But you can do that. There's no such thing as can't. There's no such thing as being doomed to stay in the same place that you are. Okay? You got to take each moment as it comes. And this is a moment of truth for you. There is a reason why this happened to you. So you have to take it at face value and let it grow you as a being. You know, because we're much more than human beings. We are beings. Okay? And I'm not going to get all deep into that right now, but yeah, we'll talk. But anyway, I just wanted to get on there and talk about that. Freaky stuff happening in the YouTube streets. But anyway, I will start covering Love Island, and especially in the wake of this, we need somebody to do it. And I have been watching it. I'm all caught up with it, and I can't seem to stop looking at it. So I will start doing some Love Island content within the next couple of days. I'll have some content on here, and maybe start doing some live streams on it. But until then, peace. Hey, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and peace and blessings. Have a good rest of your day, guys.